One movie review.
My jokes of the week.
I'm Stephen Craig.
I'm the AI.
And this is the 53rd episode of The Movie Review Show! What is the Movie Review Show?
The Movie Review Show is when Stephen and I, sometimes at the same time, watch a newly released movie at our local theater, Red Wing Cinema 8, and then we review it.
We use a popcorn rating system, 1 10 popcorn, 1 popcorn being the worst and 10 popcorn being the best.
Today's movie is another bug-based superhero action movie, but it's not from the MCU. This time it's from DC, and it's the first time ever that a Latino actor has played the title role, and it's Blue Beetle.
And here's the trailer.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes? You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
They don't get out much.
I just want to rock.
Jenny?
Guard that with your life, but do not open it.
You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger?
Okay, I don't think it's a burger.
You haven't looked?
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Jaime.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? Okay, it's gonna be okay! Space.
Re-entry systems ready.
No!
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
What is going on?
I just want to rock.
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
Body out of line.
I think I cut a bus in half.
The Scarab chose you, but it belongs to me.
That low you feel for your family makes you weak.
I just want to rock. They gon' kill my dog, stand on my money, don't lose my side.
The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
I just want to rock.
It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
I just want to rock.
It's review time. The movie begins with snow-covered mountains, a helicopter, Ignacio Carapax, who is the bodyguard of Victoria Cord, who is CEO of Cord Industries. She's been searching for the Scarab for 15 years.
Kind of reminiscent of Jurassic Park. You know, this villainous person trying to find a certain technology, and it's a lifelong ambition. But anyway, I just thought that.
Okay. Jaime Reyes, who is Blue Beetle, his family plays a large part in this DC movie. A Marvel series that also focuses on family is Miss Marvel. I felt that Blue Beetle's family was more funny and interesting.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen the that Marvel or Miss Marvel series, so I'm not going to compare it to. But I really liked his family, though.
Yeah, Miss Marvel is very family focused, and
Okay.
and this was too, definitely.
Okay, yeah, I like it though.
Jenny Cord, who is Victoria Cord's niece, learns that Victoria is using the Blue Beetle Scarab for OMAC, One-Man Army Corps. She steals it. The problem I have is how easy it was for her to steal it. It's called a world-destroying weapon, and all she had to do was steal a badge off a lab technician, open the lab door, and grab it. What?
Yeah, like should have been protected, more heavily in like Fort Knox or something. But yeah, it was relatively simple. I mean, she was an insider, so they could have made it a lot harder for her to do it, and but they didn't. So yeah, that is the plot hole.
Yeah, I mean, she spent 15 years looking for this. It's the basis of her technology that she's going to build or has been building, and then her niece had to do was grab a badge off a lab technician to pretty much get it.
Hand it to a good friend, and he's out the door.
Yep. It's very important to Jaime that Kajada, who was the Scarab, doesn't kill anyone, which I really liked because that used to be really important to superheroes. The problem is the movie emphasizes how important not killing is to Jaime, but near the end of the movie, his family kills several guards, negating the whole point of Jaime not wanting to kill.
Yeah, you start going on the Batman road, but then he kills him, so then he screws that up. But yeah, that was definitely contradicting the theme that we thought we were going to see. So yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, if they were planning on having the family kill people, the guards anyways, don't have the whole plot where Jaime's not trying to kill people because they contradict each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree.
Jaime's family is having financial problems, and Uncle Rudy turns out to be a genius with technology. So why doesn't he have a high-paying job and supports the family? He might be undocumented though, but even if he is, I don't understand why he still couldn't have made lots of money for them with his genius.
Yeah, I think so. He could have been like a consultant or something, and he still wouldn't had to have been documented. He just could still made money, like I say, being a consultant for companies, collect payment through the internet or whatever. So,
or just kind of working in the underground,
Yeah.
I'm sure he could have gotten paid like huge amounts of money for his
go in the dark net
abilities with technology.
Mm-hmm.
The movie being family oriented would have been okay if it hadn't already been done in Miss Marvel. I mean, you haven't seen Miss Marvel,
Yeah.
but I mean, the whole family thing is very similar.
Okay. So yeah. That's why it's easier for me to be more excited about the movie, because I hadn't seen Miss Marvel. If I had, I probably wouldn't have liked this movie as much as I did.
And actually, yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't care for the movie as much, because it seemed to me just to be the same thing.
Yeah, see the point.
Parents and kids might enjoy the family aspect, though.
Yeah, like we discussed earlier, it's probably the most I remember any superhero movie emphasizing the impact that deaths or tragedies have on the whole family and that sort of thing. And of course, it shows how much family support the main character has. So I thought that was probably the strongest part of the whole movie.
Yeah. If you have kids, you might want to go see this movie just because the family aspect would be enjoyable since you're a family.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. For a superhero movie, I thought the beginning was kind of boring.
See, I was a little bit slow, but I kind of had to get the background about all the players are and what's at stake, and so I thought it was okay. But
Blue Beetle to me didn't seem to have any specific powers. He had powers, or the Scarab had powers, but I mean, nothing was actually specific. Like Superman's powers. It's like what Batman can do mostly, but Blue Beetle, it's like they really don't tell you what he can or can't do. With the Scarab,
actually, it's kind of the exciting part though, because you don't know what he can do until he starts exploring. So that way, I kind of enjoyed it though. He didn't really know what was coming.
Well, I guess she says that she can create anything that he comes up with, right?
Right.
So I guess that would be a specific power in a way. Then is like, whatever he comes up with, she can create.
True. Yeah. Look at it that way.
To me, I don't think this will be a memorable superhero movie.
Yeah. See, I wasn't really looking like you were about how it's going to fit in with the rest of the movies. I was just kind of looking at it as a one-time experience. So I think that's probably why I liked the movie more than you did. Yeah, you were looking at kind of how it's going to fit into the whole picture, DC's line of movies and the whole DC universe or whatever. Like I said, I wasn't going quite that far. I was just looking at it as like a standalone experience.
Right.
But anyway.
I don't think this movie does really fit right now in the DC universe. I was talking to a friend of mine named Sam, and he makes a good point. He says DC's got to start making like a really strong base of like movies. If you gotta do your main characters, you gotta do like your Superman, you gotta do like your Batman, you gotta do your Wonder Woman. You even gotta do like Green Lantern and make a really strong base of movies with all those characters. And then down the road, not the next movie, but down the road after you've made a couple movies with each character, then you can bring them together and make a strong movie. But they haven't really done that yet. It's like the movies
like the Avengers, and the Avengers Endgame,
right?
All the big players are in it,
right?
And envision that happening 5-6 years down the road, maybe with DC,
right? And I don't see making movies like Blue Beetle right now as being on the road to doing that. I didn't think Blue Beetle was a very strong superhero movie, and I think DC needs those right now because Marvel is completely kicking their butt when it comes to superhero stuff.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah.
But I will say I did kind of enjoy the family aspect of the movie.
I thought there's a lot of humorous parts.
It's like near the end you really get to know the family more, and I thought they did that well.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like come out of the blue with their abilities.
Yeah, it seems a little like Nana and the Uncle Rudy just became this hit squad too easily. They really did explain how Nana got these killer abilities.
Right. And like I was kind of confused. Like Jenny Cord, you find out that her dad had something to do with Blue Beetle in the movie. I didn't understand what was going on during that part of the movie. Like, I looked it up. I guess he wasn't Blue Beetle. He made his own power suit and stuff, but he wasn't actually Blue Beetle because the Scarab didn't connect with him.
Okay.
So I guess the archaeologist who found the Scarab originally, he connected with the Scarab or something like that. I don't know. I was confused.
But in the after credits. Do you see that where we don't want to give that or whatever?
Yeah, we don't give that away. Yeah. Right, but
stay for that.
Yeah, stay for the end credit. They don't know what Lee was about to say. Yeah, overall, to me, it was an average movie. So I'm gonna get. We won't change our scores. My score is a 6.
Ooh, I loved it. I give it a 9.
How were your feelings about it?
I give it a 9.
Wait, no. What were your feelings?
Oh, I just thought it was very humorous. It's kind of it was a new superhero for me. I hadn't really heard of Blue Beetle before. That part kind of intrigued me though, and I like the fact he had a wide range of superpowers. You know, quite sure what he can and can't do. I also liked the fact that a teenager is taking on all this stuff. Like, he just graduates college, he comes home, finds out got all these financial problems, and then becomes a superhero with all this world-changing, possibly destroying technology. So he's got a lot on his plate. So I kind of like the fact he's unsure about what to do in some situations, because that's how a normal person would be. It's like,
so you thought the movie was more personable?
What do I do? Yeah. Like I say, if I had seen Miss Marvel prior to this movie, I probably wouldn't have been as impressed with the movie as I was. But the family part really grabbed me or whatever. Like I said, I wasn't looking at like you were, like, how's this going to fit into the DC universe. I was just kind of looking at it as a experience, like a one-time experience. So I think that's why I liked it more than you did.
Right.
You were more analytical about how's Blue Beetle going to fit into the big DC picture, where I was looking at this a one-time, is a movie fun or not experience. Right. So yeah, you're right. I mean, Blue Beetle is probably not going to be one of the major superheroes in DC down the road, but I just thought it was a fun 2-hour experience, or however long the movie
Cool.
was. Yeah, it was a little 2 hours, but
Well, we're gonna be looking up Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, and you might be on the roll here because, like, well, he did Barbie, and I gave it a really low score. He gave it a really high score, and like obviously the people agreed with you, dude, because it's like everyone loved Barbie, man. They thought it was fantastic. It's like I'm sorry, I didn't care for it, but I mean, it's like, but Lee, you hit the mark, dude. You're right on target. So maybe you'll be right on target on this one. We'll find out. Yep.
We'll see.
Okay, so next we're going to show our scores, and then we're going to look up Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic and see how close their scores are to ours. Okay, we're looking at Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh. Okay. So the tomato meter is 77%, and the audience score is 91%. Boy, are you nailing it, Lee. It's like, yeah, the audience really loved it, and 77 is a pretty good score for Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's up there. It wasn't like Barbie, where it was like 90s for both, but still, the audience score is 91%. So
Man, maybe I'm being too hard on movies, man. Yep. So next we're gonna look at Metacritic. Ooh, 61 for the Metascore, and 5.8 for the user score. So much closer to my score on Metacritic.
Yeah, I knew they'd be a lot lower.
I have noticed that Metacritic tends to be lower. I didn't notice that at the beginning.
Yeah, they're almost always lower than Rotten Tomatoes. The critics weren't overly impressed with it. Rating it just above average, basically. Kind of, what you said.
It's kind of interesting. Like their score here was more like my score, and Rotten Tomatoes was more like your score. So hey, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you nailed it with Metacritic.
And you nailed it with Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Yeah.
Well, next it's time for Lee's Jokes of the Week.
All right. Yeah, six beetle-related jokes. First one is, why did Beetle bring a ladder to the party?
I don't know.
Heard it drinks around the house.
Oh, because it climbs.
Okay, a dung beetle walks into a bar, goes up to the bartender and goes, "Is this stool taken?" Like
dung. Got it.
Yeah, that was bad. Okay, why did the entomologist choose the acorn weevil over the rice weevil?
I don't know.
He was just taking the lesser of two weevils.
Ha.
How do you tell when a beetle gives up?
I don't know.
Goes into the beetle position. Why don't beetles go to church services?
I don't know.
They're insects.
Insects?
Insects.
Oh, like
Cults.
religions? Oh,
They're
cults.
insects.
Okay, gotcha.
Last, hopefully not least, what's got 2 legs and feeds off of dead beetles?
I don't know.
Yoko Ono.
Dead beetles. Oh my gosh, it took me a second there. Yeah, it took me a while. That's funny. I like that one.
That's it. That's all the beetle humor you're going to get today. So,
well, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as always, we'll be
watching for you. You.